Assalamu alaikum and welcome, dear students. This is Qaisar Bashir. Dear students, in today's video, I shall discuss the poem The Bangle Sellers, written by Sarojini Naidu. This is one of the beautiful poems of your English textbook Tulip series for class 8th. Let's get started. About the poet. Dear students, Sarojini Naidu, also known as the Nightingale of India, was born on 13th of February in Hyderabad, India, and she died on 2nd of March 1949 in Lucknow. She was a political activist, feminist, poet, and the first Indian woman to be President of the Indian National Congress and to be appointed an Indian state governor. Introduction to the poem. Dear students, through the metaphor of bangles in the poem The Bangle Sellers, Sarojini Naidu describes the states of Indian women. It also brings out the social, religious, and symbolic value of bangles in Indian culture. In India, bangles are a mandatory ornament of women. The bangles suggest happiness, peace, and prosperity. Now, let's understand the poem stanza by stanza. Stanza 1. Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives? Explanation. The students, in the first stanza, the poet describes a group of bangle sellers on their way to the temple fair to sell their beautiful bangles to women who have come to the temple. They are carrying shining loads for the happy daughters and happy wives. The bangle sellers are trying to convince the public who have come to the temple to purchase their bangles. There's a strong connection between the bangles and their role in making the daughters and wives happy. Stanza 2. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. Explanation. In the second stanza, the poet describes the various colors of the bangles. There are bangles of blue and silver color, like the mist in the mount, which are best suited for maidens who long for the happiness associated with married life. Some are of reddish hue, like that of a bud found along a stream. Some are of shining green color that resembles the freshness of newborn leaves. Stanza 3. Some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some like the flame of her marriage fire, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire, tinkling, luminous, tender and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Explanation. The students, in the third stanza, the poet says that there are other bangles made for the bride. These glow golden like the rich and ripe fields of corn. There are fire-colored bangles that represent the desires and passion in the heart of a bride. The bangles are tinkling with luminous colors, like the bride's laughter or tears. Stanza 4. Some are purple and gold-flecked gray, for she who has journeyed through life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. Explanation. Dear students, in the last stanza, the poet describes the bangles that are meant for housewives or for the elderly women who have journeyed through half of their lives. These bangles are purple in color, and some are gold-flecked gray. The golden gray color marked the fullness of her life. She has sacrificed the large part of her life, keeping her family together. She has made many sacrifices and adjustments to gain greater glory for her family. Theme. Dear students, the theme of the poem revolves around the bangles and the role of bangles in each stage of a woman's life. Poetic devices. Number 1. Simile. Dear students, following are the examples of simile used by the poet in the poem. Number 1. Silver and blue as the mountain mist. Number 2. Summer flushed like the buds that dream. Number 3. Summer like fields of sunlit corn. Number 4. Some like the flame of a marriage fire. Number 5. Like a bridal laughter and bridal tear. Metaphor. The students, rainbow-tinted circles of light is an example of metaphor in the poem. Number 3. Imagery. The students, following are the images that the poet has used in the poem. Number 1. Bangle sellers. Number 2. Rainbow. Number 3. Maiden's wrist. Number 4. Mountain mist. Number 5. Woodland stream. Number 6. Leaves. Number 7. Fields of sunlit corn. Number 8. Bride. Number 9. The flames. Number 10. Bridal laughter and bridal tear. Number 11. Purple and gold flecked gray. Points to remember. Number 1. The Bangle Sellers is a well-written lyric poem of 24 lines. Number 2. It's divided into 4 stanzas of 6 lines. Number 3. Each stanza consists of 3 rhyming couplets, following a simple rhyme scheme, AA, BB, CC. Number 4. Rhyming couplet is 2 similar lines of poetry that end on the same sound. For example, lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. Number 5. Bangle seller is the speaker of the poem. Number 6. The poem is written by Sarojini Naidu. Dear students, this was all about the poem. Stay blessed. Khuda Hafiz.